Thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news. Now today we have 50 Cent talk/walk of shame, Pretty Ricky trying to put Tory back in his lane, Method Man's top 5, YG's protest vid, and Blac Youngsta. Again, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source. Now, if this is your first time to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell and make sure you like in advance. I'm sure we got something that you're going to be feeling for today. Now, 50 Cent takes a top spot for today, having Floyd Mayweather stepping off the short bus with a post that shot a little below the belt. When 50 appeared to post a picture of Floyd Mayweather with a doctored shirt with a misspelled version of the statement, "I can't breathe," on the shirt. Now above it is a caption that says, "Who did this ish? LOL." Which is dead wrong considering the circumstances in this day and age. Now, welterweight contender Yordenis Ugas showed his disappointment in the post by promptly saying he, referring to 50, has never managed to overcome Floyd's greatness. This type of post is a clear example of when a person surpasses everyone in success. Friends, instead of celebrating it, they are full of envy, letting it be known that they are not thrilled with that particular post. And again, it looks like it hit a little bit below the belt, although many people on social media are just finding it absolutely a hilarious post, or an absolute hilarious post. I'm still trying to figure out why 50 has not just straight up went into comedy. Now, holding down our number 2 spot for today is 50. You know it's 50. Go holla when he pulled a classic 50 move and trolled the mayor of Minneapolis. Yes, the mayor of Minneapolis. 38-year-old Jacob Frey was called out of his house by protesters who asked him if he supported the idea of defunding the Minneapolis Police Department. Mayor Jacob Frey stated that he did not support defunding the police department and was spectacularly booed as he performed the ultimate walk of shame like it was an episode of Game of Thrones. They might as well have stripped the man naked, cut his hair off, and have him walk home. Now the crowd chanted, "Go home, Jacob, go home," and the term shame incessantly, while he bowed his head and almost certainly wept. Well, that's definitely according to 50. 50 Cent, of course, getting wind of the story and not allowing it to just escape him, did not let it go by without posting the following statement. 50 stated, quote, "That's the mayor? Damn, they did him dirty. I know he went home and cried like a baby." Close quote. Fifth, something tells me that truer words have yet to be spoken by anyone else. I'm pretty sure that man certainly did cry. Now, for the past few days, we've been locked up looking at 6ix9ine's remake of the song Locked Up with Akon, which has had social media in an absolute uproar to the point of even trying to tell Styles P to jump into the discussion, who stated that he was cool with Akon and he could do whatever he wants with the song. Now, Tory Lanez, however, expressed his disapproval of the idea that 6ix9ine was selected for the track and stated he would go back to bed because he was not the preferred choice for the remake. Now, Akon responded to Tory Lanez by telling him to get out of bed because a part 3 of the song may well be underway. Well, I guess that was good news until Pretty Ricky jumped into the convo and stated, quote, at Tory Lanez, "You should have just stole it like you did Grind on Me and Your Body. Why stop now? Just keeping it 2 Virgils." Close quote. Wow. Now, Tory Lanez came back on Instagram saying, quote, "Stole what? Actually, I bought the rights from whoever signed you and publishes your music. But I guess you weren't a part of that conversation. Go stare into someone's eyes and rub on someone's thighs and leave me out of this one." Close quote. Which prompted the spectacular one to say, quote, "Ever since you got that new hairline, you've been acting different. Stop with the cap. Last time I checked, I owned my own masters. What type of bootleg business you running? You acting like Virgil, but not keeping it 2 Virgils." Close quote. Woo! He came for the hairline, and that was just too far. Now, it's always interesting to get an idea of what artists think about other artists, especially when they speak about artists being an inspiration. Now, 50 at one time expressed his admiration for that magic purple tape released by Raekwon and Ghostface, and Rakim stated that he was impressed most by Busta Rhymes. But now, the Wu legend Method Man has expressed who he believes is the most underrated rap artist of all times. Now, in an interview with MC Search on the Search Says podcast, Method Man stated that his number one rap artist of all times is the other Wu member, Inspector Deck. In fact, Meth stated the following, quote, "I think a lot of the appeal to Deck is, remember back in the days before videos and you heard an MC and you had to you never knew what they looked like. All you could do is focus on the words. I think if Deck came in that era right there, where all they could focus on was the words and not the spectacle of what's going on around him, he would have blew up much more than he did. I'm giving him his roses now. Deck, top 5, dead or alive." Close quote. Now, when MC Search asked about the other slots, Method Man responded by saying, quote, "Nobody. Deck, 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 and effing Deck. My ish might change in the future, but right now my top 5 is Inspector Deck." Close quote. Now, anyone that knows that era of hip-hop when the Wu came on the scene completely understand Meth's choice, as it is a well-known fact that the Inspector Deck is a complete lyrical savage. End of discussion. Now, a protest was scheduled in LA by YG, who shot a music video called F the Police, FTP. Now, at the protest, many on social media were not in agreement of the fact that there was a video shot at the protest. A Chica called out YG by stating the following, quote, "Shooting a music video while Breonna Taylor's killers are still walking the streets is effing disgusting." Close quote. Now, YG shot back early Monday morning by stating the following, "For anyone out there talking, I don't question your advocacy and don't think you should question mine. The real story here is me and Black Lives Matter brought out 50,000 people today to peacefully protest and unite for change. That is history. That is breaking down these stereotypes on our people and our neighborhoods. All of us protesting are on the same side here. Instead of questioning each other's activism, we should be directing that energy at the cops and the government and helping to create change. Stay focused and stop that social media judgment without knowing facts or hurting the cause we are all a part of. We got a real enemy, and it ain't each other." Close quote. Setting the masses straight, YG came out swinging, letting folks know to check the fine details before they start talking about what they don't know about. Alright? Now, last but not least, we got Blac Youngsta holding down the rear today by posting his, not Instagram, not address of any other sort, but his home address, and refusing to take it down in the hopes that his ops show up to the crib. Now, evidently, he was urged to take down the post, but he responded by saying, "Stop asking me about that mother effing address. Stop telling me about the address. I did that on purpose, so my ops could pull up." Close quote. Showing off a little something that he had in the cut, just waiting for his enemies.
"Stop asking me about that motherfucking address. Stop telling me about that address. I did that on purpose, so my ops can pull up. Okay? Okay? Bitch, we know what's up with them address."
Yo, let us know what you think. Is it a good idea for Blac Youngsta to keep his address public? Or should he consider the Pop Smoke situation? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to like. Thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news.